Finally, One Piece episode 1139 has arrived, where we learn about the Buster Call that tears Egghead apart. Saturn is determined to kill everyone. Even Kuma's clones are after Bonney, but Kuma is still protecting her. Watch until the end to find out who sliced that warship in half. The episode kicks off with the Buster Call alarm blaring across Egghead. The situation has gone completely off the rails. The Marines, who were trying to be professional before, are now completely unorganized, screaming in fear as they scramble for the harbor. And you can't blame them. The whole island is about to be blown to bits by their own side. Most of these guys don't even know why this has been ordered. They're just grunts following orders, trying to escape the impending doom. Vice Admiral Dahl is trying to get Saturn and Kizaru to clear out too, but Saturn, with the cold confidence of a god, flat out says, "We are going to stay on the island even as it's getting blown up." This makes sense for Kizaru. He's a Logia user who can fly with his devil fruit powers. But Saturn, he can heal fast, but he should still sink like a stone if his Gue form comes from a devil fruit. Is he expecting Kizaru to carry him off the island? Or does he have some kind of reverse summoning or transportation ability we haven't seen yet? Whatever the case, Dahl is confused, trying to keep her superior safe. But Kizaru, all of a sudden acting completely professional and looking totally serious, sternly insists that she go. Dahl doesn't argue. This is not a guy open for discussion right now. Dr. Vegapunk is losing his mind. He can't understand why Saturn would order a Buster Call on Egghead. He must be thinking, "You want to kill me?" But the island, this place is full of cutting-edge scientific research, prototypes, and factories. It's a tropical island in the middle of winter, a wonder in itself. Destroying it would hurt the whole world, setting mankind back by an entire century. He's literally begging Saturn to reconsider. He even calls on Kizaru, his old friend, who can't even look him in the eyes anymore. The longer this goes on, the clearer it is that Kizaru does not want to be here. But Saturn isn't budging. He throws out some weak excuse. "You could still be hiding something that would hurt the world government," and then drops this bomb. Besides, the world doesn't need further advancement. Of course he thinks that. Putting technology and data in the hands of the people makes it harder for an authoritarian government to hold on to power. People can share news without oversight. They can fight back. Vegapunk hangs his head, pleading for his technology, his life's work, the ways it could help humanity. And that reminds Saturn, the old demon spider. He has a story to share, a way to twist the knife even deeper. He knows about the ship Vegapunk used to evacuate the island's researchers yesterday. They were supposed to have gotten out before the marine blockade hit. But Saturn, that bastard, still saw them leave, and he's ordered a warship to split off from the main force, hunt down those innocent civilians and kill them all. Vegapunk is too shocked to even speak. Saturn digs in. With everything that's happened, it's only natural to guess that some of those people knew about the Void Century. "This is just me being cautious." Vegapunk finally finds his words, furious, yelling at Saturn. "None of those workers have committed a crime, even by your standards. This is just mass murder." Saturn's orders have made Egghead the most extreme Buster Call we have ever seen on O'Hara. Van Dyne at least told the innocents to evacuate. But Saturn has gone full scorched earth. He has no interest in leaving even one survivor, and he throws it back in the doctor's face. He's convinced that this was Vegapunk's crime. "All their deaths are your fault for breaking the taboo against investigating the Void Century." He sneers, calling Vegapunk's thirst for knowledge greedy. Saturn doesn't even understand a human perspective. He can't comprehend that nothing Vegapunk did was for himself. It was all for his community, for humanity. The Marines are mostly off the island now, the whole lot of them boarding ship after ship. Only the pacifistas are being left behind. Soon, the whole area will be clear, ready for bombardment. But the Straw Hats aren't just sitting back. Frankie, Sanji, Atlas, and unconscious Kuma and Bonney have reached a vacuum rocket. With all the Marines gone and Saturn busy gloating, there isn't anyone to stop them. Bonney, though, brings up the one problem with this escape. They've left Vegapunk behind. Sanji gives her his best, "Don't worry, grin. Splitting their forces isn't great, but Luffy promised to get the old man off the island, and if anyone can save him from Saturn, it would be Sanji. Plus, a woman told him to, so of course he'll pull it off. Once the other four are safely on the rocket, Sanji rushes off, calling up Nami. They're going to need to coordinate this. Things aren't going great on the Lobo Fate. Learning that they're about to be hit by a buster call does not help. Usopp and Chopper panic immediately. Robin's still unconscious, so it's Nami who takes charge and explains things to Sanji. Zoro and Rob Lucci are still fighting, though Jinbei is on his way to break that up. Even if Zoro wins, he'll need someone to guide him back to the ship. But Lilith and Brook have managed to break through. They've got the Sunny running over the cloud layer, bringing it toward the evacuation point. How? By using Brook's soul energy, the chill of the underworld, to freeze the cloud layer. Even with Vegapunk's artificial clouds, there are still clouds. The remaining semi-solid clouds help support the frozen ones. And now the Sunny is gliding over the ground like it's nothing. Very cool stuff. Unfortunately, they hadn't considered one little problem. There's no way to stop the Sunny once it reaches the edge of the Labo phase. You can't anchor in clouds unless they come up with something quickly. Brook and Lilith are going to sail the Sunny right over the edge into the Frontier Dome. They'll be blasted down and leave the Straw Hats stranded. And their time to think is almost up. Most of the marine ships have left dock, and they've realized the upper layer is still shielded. So they're going to try and break its protective layer by force. Every last ship starts opening fire on Egghead Island. One ship tries to stop the bombardment. We haven't boarded all our crew yet, but it's no use. The Egghead Buster Call has officially begun. Even the pacifistas join in, using their laser blasts to level parts of what used to be a beautiful island. Dr. Vegapunk has to just sit there watching as everything he built is broken down. This place was the bright, shining future of humanity he always wanted. His dream, and it's all crumbling right in front of him. The madness of the Buster Call and Kuma's last stand got you hyped? Smash that subscribe button to stay locked in. Drop a like too. Gets this recap to more One Piece fans. Let's jump back into the fire. But it's not enough to stop Atlas and Frankie. The rocket has almost made it up to the lab stratum. Frankie is having a great time, amazed by how fast it goes. But as the capsule turns around one of the few remaining buildings, a massive bright light hits the area ahead of it. Kizaru's sword is literally as fast as a rocket. And he's gone all out this time. He's not just destroying the tube, he's cut the rocket itself in two. Only a blade of light could cut something moving this quickly. Now that it doesn't have a tube to guide it, the broken rocket is flying through the air with nothing to hold the passengers inside. Sanji is furious. Kizaru just attacked a bunch of people who weren't even trying to fight back. He calls out to Bonney, yelling that he's coming to save her. Saturn sees this as an opportunity for some sick, twisted comedy. He orders the pacifistas to open fire on the people falling from the sky. It's ironic. Kuma, the guy who threw his life away to save Bonney, is now going to have his clones kill her. The giant robots raise their hands, starting to charge their lasers. But as the pacifistas begin to open fire, the real Kuma, still barely conscious, grabs Bonney, shielding her with his body. Even when he's about to die, he is going to do everything he can to protect his daughter. And now that he's the biggest target, he might be able to protect Frankie and Atlas too. To Saturn, this whole struggle is the height of folly, a pointless struggle against the inevitable. He really doesn't understand humanity. Vegapunk looks up helpless. The idea that Bonney, after everything she's been through, will have to see her father kill her is too much for the old man. He's been worrying about it ever since he learned she became a pirate. Vegapunk knew it was only a matter of time until she ran into one, but there's nothing he can do. Pacifistas just keep charging their hand cannon blasts, not giving up on trying to destroy Kuma and Bonney. And there are a few more strange things going on as this happens. One remaining squad of the Marines has surrounded the food vending machine. Luffy, our boy, has filled his stomach with food and is just laying there now, a massively contented balloon. He needed the food to recover from using Gear 5 against Kizaru. They happen to have sea stone cuffs. These guys might have just captured an Emperor of the Sea. But a full Luffy is a dangerous Luffy. I think it's safe to say that our boy is back in the game. But shockingly, there's news from the ship that Saturn sent to kill the Egghead evacuees. They got beaten badly. Their ship has been wrecked, split in two. Given that Saturn called it a warship, that can't have been easy to pull off. One of the last remaining Marines on that ship tries to get a Denden Mushi call through to Kizaru. Whatever did this is heading for Egghead. So who destroyed this ship? That's episode 1139. The Buster Call is wrecking Egghead, and Kuma is fighting for Bonney, but that warship mystery is insane. This recap got you amped. Smash that like button and comment 1140 below to spread it to more One Piece fans. It'll get the next one out fast. Subscribe to keep the heat on, and I'll catch you next time.